Yo guys, welcome to today's video. I don't know if this will count as an official Kiesel news, but today I'm gonna go over everything that was announced at the PlayStation State of Play. Now, fair warning, a lot of it is not very interesting. It's so funny if you look at Dexerdo's predictions. They were predicting a Returnal, Death Stranding 2, Final Fantasy Rebirth, Resident Evil 9. They even predicted a new Jack and Dexter game from Naughty Dog. You really think that's what they'd be working on? But some people obviously had their expectations too high. Let's go over what we actually did get. Now, ironically, the best thing about the State of Play was the remakes. That's usually not the case when it comes to movie news on this channel, but the two remakes, being Until Dawn and Silent Hill 2, are the most exciting looking games in my opinion, with the exception of one. Interestingly though, it looks like Until Dawn has better graphics than Silent Hill 2, despite Until Dawn being just a remaster as opposed to not even a full remake. A new Dynasty Warriors game is coming. Uh, Once again, just looks like another generic samurai game, in my opinion. I know that this is an IP, so it clearly has a fan base. There's probably more to it, but really, it's also apparently the first Dynasty Warriors game since 2018, which shows how sad it is by how familiar it looks, as I feel like I've seen 10,000 games like this in the past year alone. God of War Ragnarok is releasing on PC with the Valhalla DLC included. Now, we don't know if this means that there'll be a price increase or if they'll just throw in Valhalla as a little bit of a cheaper bonus. Maybe you'll get a discount, but I doubt it. Even if the price isn't a controversial factor, there's already something controversial regarding this port, though, which is that you will need a PlayStation Network account to be able to play it. Come on, man. Like, you would really announce this after Helldivers, after Ghost of Tsushima? It's not releasing till September 19th. You could have at least kept it hidden for a while. Let the backlash blow over for a little bit. Now you're just reopening a fresh wound at this point. Marvel Rivals is coming to consoles, not just PC. I don't know why they chose to announce this now, as the game was only announced, not even a month ago? Why not just announce the console versions beforehand? Monster Hunter Wilds was announced for 2025, which was interesting because the description stated that they were mainly only going to talk about games coming later this year, and we should all know by now that that never happens in any of the presentations. But I think the most interesting thing about it for me personally, though, is that it kind of verifies the leaker Midori a little bit more, as she talked about Monster Hunter, and now we have a Monster Hunter announcement. As for Concord, it really ended up just kind of pissing me off. It took up way too much time in the State of Play. I believe it took up like 10 minutes because they had a 5-minute cinematic and then the gameplay, and they do this thing where the cinematic always hypes it up only for the gameplay to just be, more generic PvP. It'll be interesting to see if this game can be one of the few ones to actually pull off the live service model, though. I don't have high hopes, but we'll see. Path of Exile 2. At least it's not a generic action RPG, I'll give it that. In terms of recent games to compare it to, it reminds me of Unicorn Overlord that just came out recently from Atlas. But, yeah, pretty decent, I guess. It can't be a PlayStation event without some sort of samurai adjacent game, and that's what Where Winds Meet looks like to me. It looks high enough quality, but once again, just another action RPG. The most interesting shot from Behemoth on the PSVR 2. You can see this thing's epic grippers in the corner there. Man, sexy feet. Ballad of Anthara just looks like yet another generic game. It being a Souls-like will probably interest some people, but I don't appeal to games like those, so not interesting for me. I know it's a hot take, but I'm not even a fan of Elden Ring. It's too big for me. It's not even that it's a Souls-like. It's just I get lost in open worlds a lot of the time. I know I'm gonna get canceled, but whatever. Infinity Nikki just looks like Breath of the Wild crossed with Genshin Impact. The only thing notable that I really took from it was the English voice actors. Both sound very familiar, but when I go to look up who they are, you can't find them. You can only find the Japanese voice actress. Go take a listen to it yourself and you'll see what I mean. It definitely sounds like someone from a mainstream anime. Mainstream enough for someone who isn't an obsessed weeb. Now we get to the best announcement, being Astro's Playroom 2, otherwise known as Astrobot. Now I'm seeing mixed information on if there'll be 50 or 80 levels, but if there's 80, that's more than the first game, so improvement. All in all, I think Astrobot really represented what this presentation was missing, which was originality. Everything was just something that we've seen before in some way, shape, or form. There was nothing that really knocked your socks off. And then you see this, which just has all these cool biomes, cool monsters and characters, and just a really colorful and vibrant environment in general. Also, the fact that you'll be able to dress up as Kratos, beautiful. The last announcement to talk about was Alien Rogue Incursion for the PSVR 2. Alien's really going all out for their anniversary this year. New movie, new series in the works. Between Alien, Atlas 35th anniversary, FNAF 10th anniversary, and Minecraft 15th anniversary, a lot of brands are fighting for dominance. Minecraft even threw their hat in the ring today, announcing a new animated Minecraft series that's going to be animated by WildBrain. It'll be interesting to see their take on the Minecraft world in terms of how they view it. They recently got into a bit of controversy for taking over the animation for Lego Monkey Kid and making it substantially worse, but they also have plenty of shows like Sonic Prime and Ninjago Dragons Rising where their animation ability really shines. There's some beautiful, beautiful shots there. So I think WildBrain is a good choice. We don't have any details on the plot except that it's gonna follow new characters, which I believe is for the best, as you have the movie coming out, which will focus on Steve and all the traditional characters, whereas this will be entirely original. Imagine they pulled off a scene that was a live-action animated hybrid, and you just see Jack Black pop in with all the animated characters.